Hey guys, here in Darlington this weekend, and I have been instructed to give a 10-minute tour of my bus, which is a Prevost bus built by Marathon out in Oregon. So trying to think, middle of 2017, I went out to Eugene, Oregon, and spent some time at Marathon. Basically went through this entire bus with their staff. We talked about colors, we talked about layout, what we wanted on the outside of the bus, inside of the bus, because really I spend more time here than I do at my own house. So this is legitimately my home away from home, and yeah, just gonna walk you through a few things that we did to this thing to make it homey and make it work for life on the road here at the racetrack. So we'll start outside, since we are outside, obviously. This bay here is nothing super exciting, has some water filters and things like that. Y'all don't really hear about that, but this is a cool bay here. I like to sit outside in the evenings on the weekends, so have a TV outside. This TV has its own satellite receiver, so the person outside doesn't necessarily have to be watching what the person inside is watching, which I like, which is a good thing. So this bay here is just electronics. Nothing spectacular to look at, but it makes all this stuff work really nice, which is good. Moving on to this section. So on Sundays for me, my Sundays are really busy. So Earl and Shell are my bus drivers, and they do a lot of cooking for me while I'm busy Sunday mornings. A lot of times they're both outside and inside helping prepare a meal for race day for me. So when I get done with my obligations, I can come back, have a really nice lunch, and then go race typically on Sunday afternoon. So this section has a refrigerator, a small stovetop, microwave, and obviously a lot of storage underneath. One thing we also did add to this bus was a washer and dryer unit, because there are a couple weekends throughout the year where we spend more time on the road than I have time to go home and wash, or more than I have in my closet of clothes. So good to have a washer and dryer here to be able to keep up with that and not smell bad, which is a good thing. So we'll go inside. So this is all Earl's area. Driver situation here on the left. Cool hats for this weekend that we have, and then obviously a passenger seat to your left. I didn't clean up a whole lot for you guys, some stuff sitting around, but yeah, so basically this layout, I wanted something really simple, and I typically take my shoes off, but I didn't, just for you. But typically, you know, some people get, I guess, a little more busy with the layouts. I wanted something really simple. I wanted a lot of couch space. You know, if I were to have, you know, a friend or two with me on the weekend, have somewhere for them to sleep, and then really just sitting around and have the ability to watch TV and whatnot, have enough room for everybody and not have, you know, single seats or just not a lot of room. So try to make it as spacious as possible. This bus is a 4-slide bus, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. My previous bus was also a Prevost Marathon bus, and it only had 2 slides. So going from that to this literally doubled the space, which has been really a life changer on the weekend when you're spending, you know, 2 or 3 days in this thing. Your space, you can definitely feel like you're locked in. So this was a big deal to really open that up for me and feel a lot like home. So behind you guys, as we're looking here, is 2 TVs. Much like outside, this bus is equipped with enough receivers to be able to watch kind of whatever you want on each TV. So if I'm sitting here and I'm wanting to play video games on the small TV, and my mom's here, she doesn't want to watch me play video games, so she can you know, watch TV or see something on this screen, which, you know, it doesn't sound like a real big deal, but it is kind of nice when you have guests or whatever to, you know, have the ability to do different things and not be tied to one situation, being in a small area and have options. So that's nice. Basically everything here on the bus is controlled universally by iPads. This app here called Crestron pretty much controls everything, inside, outside, temperature, TV channel, light, shades, awnings. I think I can even lock the door from here. So if any of you guys are trying to break in my bus, I'm gonna lock the door. More than likely, depending, but more than likely you're gonna get locked out. What else? Little table to eat at, obviously. I like to eat, so that's a good thing. This area here, we did add a little speed oven. I'm not much of a cook, so frozen pizzas are now made possible in this here bus, which is a good thing. So between the oven, the speed oven, the microwave, and the cereal cabinet and milk, I'm pretty well good to go on that. I'm a big Eric Church fan. When we designed this bus, I thought it'd be cool to have some decor of his tour posters and try to design around, or try to put tour posters in here of events that I had been to, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm gonna change it out at some point. I have some photos and things I want to hang up in here. I just haven't got around to doing that yet. Little coffee maker, fridge up top, nothing real spectacular, and then freezer down below. Cabinet space for food, pantry area. We did decide to do a double bath, which I like here because you know, it is nice to kind of have your own bathroom and then have a place for guests to go to the bathroom or whatever, and them not be, you know, in your little area of bathroom toiletry stuff and toothbrush and all that stuff. So nice to have that. One cool thing we did do here that they helped work with me on. So typically this closet would be an entire closet. So one thing that we do a lot in the race car is sweat. So I typically smell really bad when I get out of the car, and thought it'd be cool to kind of have a section of dirty laundry space and a closet space so I can put my dirty race suit in throughout the weekend. Sometimes I'll put a dirty race suit in here, and then it has a fan to kind of let it air and get some air, so it's not just sitting in here smelling up the bus, which is really bad if you have guests. So that was a really nice feature. Enjoyed doing that, and that was kind of specific to what we do here. One of those small things, but when you come in here and it smells good and it doesn't smell like I've been sweating for 3 hours, this is probably why. What else? Keep some race suits in here. Got some fresh white suits for the weekend, throwback weekend. And yeah, like I was talking about with the four slide, you know, the bedroom situation, having a slide both on the driver's side and the passenger side is just a huge deal for space and being able to come in here and kind of spread things out. So TV in the back as well, all controlled by the same different iPad, but all under the same system. And you know, pretty much it's all kind of works universally together. So really the only thing left before we get to the back of the bus is the shower. You're welcome to cruise in there and take a look at the shower, and that's really about it. Shower and bathroom, and kind of private bathroom in the back, kind of have your own space like I was mentioning. So my favorite number is indeed 9. That is where the 9 idea came from. That door slides shut, and then it looks like if you shut the door, it actually looks like that's the end of the bus, which is kind of cool. So yeah, this is my home away from home. I wish I was a more exciting tour for you. This is really about all I have. But you know, I think for us, the big thing is just how much time, you know, we spend on the road. I know we talk about it all the time, and people probably wonder why you have something like this, or why is this necessary. And you know, when you start counting up the days that you're gone and the amount of hours that you're here at the racetrack, obviously we're very lucky to be able to have something like this to live in. I mean, this is a spectacular way for me to live, and I'm very lucky to have the opportunity to have that. But you know, when you start adding up the days and the hours, it sure is nice to be able to come somewhere and have your own space each weekend, and it not be you know, and it not be at your house, but feel like that is a tough thing. So is a great thing, I should say, not tough. So anyways, yeah, that's about it. We can cruise back outside, I suppose. Get one last look of the exterior. Beautiful paint job. I'm a big Georgia fan. Red's my favorite color. So that's kind of where the red and black came from. And that's it. Go buy a Prevost.